All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Just Serve Insurance Solutions bi-weekly team meeting. I did have to miss one. I do apologize, but this is bi-weekly, so we're back on the schedule. Today is obviously a very special day, near and dear to a lot of our hearts, and a lot of our hearts are hard right now and hardened. So we're going to continue. We're going to hold strong with a little bit of a hinge of America. So let's go, America. All right. Our top 5 agents. Guys, if you haven't gotten your team members on here, text your team members right now. Like, take a moment, because we know that being on team calls, being on all the calls are extremely important. Feel free to add anybody to this call that you want. I don't care who it is. I'm open to anybody. But text somebody right now. If everybody could just take out your phone, somebody you know, and get them on this call. There's going to be a lot to learn on this call. We do appreciate you guys keeping your cameras on, because it's not a shame. You shouldn't be ashamed of who you are. Please put your cameras on. I don't care what your hair looks like. I don't care if you did your makeup or not. I'm not like that. I don't care if there's a cat in your picture, dog or kid, or just make sure they're not naked. That's the important part. All right, so let's go on to the top 5 for August. This is issue paid personal. That means that the person has received this money in their account. We're going to start with, can somebody remind Kathleen, please? Camden, can you help Denise? She's in the wrong room. She's in the wrong Zoom. She's new though. It's okay.
I just sent her
Thank you,
the link.
Noelle. Thank you. It's okay. She's new. We're going to talk about the top 5 agents issue paid personal. We're going to start with Kathleen Gross has made the leaderboard at number 5 with $6,735 issue paid personally that month. And I'm going to run some numbers here, because for those of you who are new, you've got to understand what that means. Okay. And we're going to dissect that here. So if we made $6,735 in our bank account, this is our work bank account. If you don't have a work bank account set up, that is the first thing you need to do. Get your work bank account set up. Do you have to have an LLC? Is probably what some of you are thinking. The answer is no, you do not. You can own multiple bank accounts. So if you go to Capital 360, I think it is. Let me just make sure that's what it is before I say anything. I think it's Capital One 360. You can open a banking, you can open a checking or a savings, and then you talk to the carriers and you do the BSP forms to have all your money put into that account. This money that you get paid from the work that you do is not your money. It is your business's money. Okay. It's not yours to spend. It's not your husband's to spend. It's not your kids to spend. It's your business. Stop thinking this is, I need funds. If you need funds, you better start working more, right? So 6,735, multiply that times 30%. That's $2,020 that would have been yours. Why 30%, Heather? Because it's your pay. The money you're getting from your carriers is not your pay. That's your business's pay, right? So you take every single day, you look into your bank account. What deposit did I get? $20? Cool. $20 times 30%, transfer $6 to your checking account. That's yours, your husband's, your wife's, whatever, your family's, your personal. $200, $60. Do the math on a calculator. Everybody has one right on their phone. Okay. If you're transferring more than that, you're hurting your business. If you're using money from your business account, you're hurting yourself instead of helping yourself. So if there's not enough money going into your personal, you need to fix something, write more business, unmute yourself more, get on dial team, practice your script more on the phone so that you can fail, unmute yourself so we can hear you and help you. So good job, Kathleen. Good job making it to the leaderboard. Thank you for letting me use your number as an example. Jaden at number 4 with 84.94. Afro at number 3 with 94.15 personal. Alex G with 24.406 personal for the month of August. I believe that might be one of his highest months. So congratulations, Alex. Congratulations, Alex, for that. And me at 42.5116. So let's do the math, guys. Okay. Let's use, okay, start with my number. Guys, your team is going to write half of what you write. Your highest person in your team is going to write half of what you write. Look at my number compared to the next highest in my team. Half of what I write every time. So if you have a team, understand you need to write more so that they have someone to follow and to look up to. All right. 42.516 times, oops, not divided, times 30%. $12,754. How many of you don't even need half of that? Raise your hand. If you don't need half of that, now you know your number. Very simple. And numbers are numbers are numbers. There's nothing you can change about it. Okay. So do the division. If you need help doing the division, you can either get a calculator, grab a kid, because usually they're smarter than us, or ask me and I can help you to find what your numbers are. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy. My little thing's really fast. All right. Top agents for the team, their team for the month of August. 6735 for Kathleen. These are kind of similar numbers. I'm a little confused here. They probably got mixed up. It's really hard to tell between team and personal, but I can show you how to do it. It's right in your gateway. So these are not correct numbers for, well, they might be, but I've got to fix them. But we'll say that they are. Kathleen, 67. My gosh, you guys are there. 35. Jaden, 84.94. Afro, 10.260. Okay, her number's a little different there. Alex on his other one was probably a little lower, and then mine is correct. So understand that your team is going to be higher than your personal. So there's a personal number, what you wrote, that goes towards your Hall of Fame number. Your team number goes towards your team number. There's two different numbers in your issue paid report. If you're unsure of what that looks like, that's a great topic we can talk about on our morning meetings. If you guys are not on the morning meetings, you're missing out on a whole bunch of good stuff. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been on the morning meetings and you think that people are missing out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your teammate. Oops. All right. Oh my gosh. Today at 3 p.m. Eastern time, zoomsolidity.com should be on your calendars for every week. This week, Stephen Yee, top producer, integrity partner, agency owner, one of the best guys I've ever talked to. Love his family, love his kids, love his wife. His wife just started writing. He will be on our team call with Solidity, which is Maurice's our integrity partner. He will be there. This is a not miss call. I don't know what they're going to talk about. However, basically it sounds like they're talking about scaling a business virtually while leading from the front. That means you as an agency owner, and you are an agency owner, whether you have a team under you or not, doesn't matter. You're still an agency owner. You're a business owner. How do you lead from the front? How do you win? All right. So this is a call that you don't want to miss. Should be on everybody's calendar. All right. Now in Florida, coming up very, very quickly, next month, starting on the 1st, we as a team will be there from the 1st until the 6th. We are taking the 1st to fly in, leaving on the 6th. if you are not coming or not registered yet, you must register for this event. Like, you literally should not be doing anything else that week except for bettering your business. This is a business expense. If you never owned a business, guys, this is so critical. Everything you spend while you're working or on a business trip or for a business trip or while you're traveling, everything you spend is a deductible. Why is that important? Does anybody know why that's important?
Taxes.
Just taxes.
Mhm.
Businesses have huge tax deductions, and if you're not utilizing them, you're paying way more in taxes than you need to be. So anywhere I go, you want to bet your booty, I'm bringing my computer and I'm contacting somebody, whether if it's a client, whether it's an agent, whether it's a meeting I attend, everything's a business expense. Everything you do, you go out to lunch and you answer an agent's call on lunch, bam, your lunch is now a business expense. So make sure that you understand that everything you do can get claimed at the end. Now, does that mean that the item is free? No, of course not. You still have to produce the money to fly to West Palm Beach, right? At the lock-in, you guys are I'm going to say you guys are fortunate. I've never had anybody offer this to me, but pretty much I don't think there's been a time that I haven't offered it. And if there is, I apologize. Maybe I'm misspeaking. That I haven't offered an Airbnb for my agents. Now, we could get to the point where we're too big. You guys are going to have to be doing that for your team, right? But for right now, our team is to the point where I can still rent one or two our Airbnbs. And you guys, if you're on my team, I ask that you get there. That's what I ask. Once you're there, if you choose to stay in another place, that's on you. That's up to you. I don't care. I'm not hurt. If you choose to go out to a fancy restaurant instead of going to the event with that Americo's paying for, that's on you. I don't care. But guys, you have an opportunity here to get in front of multiple. Ignite has, right now, when I'm looking at the lineup of who's speaking, I'm seeing that the people that are speaking, so there's kind of a theme here. I can see it. I know Sean by now. He's almost like my brother. It's at the point where the speakers are talking about business growth, how to grow your business. So if you're not getting there, you're going to miss out on so much information that you won't see the effects of because you're not there. You're not going to get hurt by not going. The only thing that's hurting you is your business growth will be stunted. Like putting a book on a kid's head for the 5 years, right? If you took that book off, that kid could grow. Just kidding, the kid's gonna grow anyways, but you get the point. You get the point. Kids are like that, right? If you put a fish in a fish tank, the fish tank's this big. The fish doesn't grow outside the fish tank. The fish grows within its means. You're not allowing yourself to grow if you don't go to these events. You're stopping it, nobody else. So get yourself to the lock-in. If you have not registered, it's ignite.fflmeetup.com. There's a whole bunch of lock-ins. You can just check to see if there's one near you, but get yourself to West Palm Beach. It is going to be amazing. There's well over 2,000 people coming. And the next event is convention, which is in the end of January. It's going to change your business. If you can, and you can stay past the 5th, this timing is not, oh, the lock-in, yeah, okay. Ignite is the 2nd. Savage Boot Camp is the next one. That's the 3rd. That one's, Ignite is free. Lock-in is free. Savage costs money. If you can't do Savage, stay at our Airbnb and do yourselves a favor and get yourselves locked in together. Okay? Stay at the Airbnb or go to the Airbnb and lock yourself in with your team and get to work that day. Live lock-in. And then the lock-in is Saturday and Sunday, the 4th and the 5th. The agenda will be coming out soon. Will you guys miss church on Sunday? Yes. If you want to go to a local church, we could do that. That's not a problem. I'm sure there's plenty. It's West Palm Beach. So do what you need to do. This is your business. This is your family. This is your life. All right. Morning meeting calls on the dial team.fflall.com. Anyone's invited. New agent training room number 1 daily at 6:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We've been doing these for quite some time now. I don't even remember how long. And it's been great. I love it. I love getting up. I feel motivated every morning to get to my office on time. It's kept me to a schedule. And I think that other people feel the same way. We have a different theme every single day. And you're invited to join us at any time. All right. We're all working hard. Anybody here is eligible to participate, eligible to get to it. You must issue pay. And if you don't, even if you don't want to go, that's okay. You might not want to go to Puerto Rico. Maybe you don't want to travel. Maybe you just don't have a desire to travel. That'd be my husband. You must issue pay over $250,000. So as soon as you hit $250,000 between now and May 1st, you're eligible. You're eligible you qualify, which means Sean and FFL are paying for you on a +1 to go. If you choose not to go, you don't lose anything. They're not going to think bad of you. The reason that he made it Puerto Rico is because you don't need a passport to go there. And we have a lot of Spanish speaking teams that didn't have passports for Mexico, which is interesting, but it was difficult for them to get there because they didn't have a passport. So he made it Puerto Rico this time just because of that reason, actually. If you don't want to go and you still made $250,000 as a business, back to the numbers, guys. If you make $250,000 by May 1st, multiply that times 30%, you just made yourself and your family $75,000. That's a lot of money. In fact, I never made that much money, even owning my own daycare for 15 years. Okay. And somebody help Amy Kane get in. Thank you. All right. So today our topic of conversation looks like a whole bunch of purple. Yes, I love purple. Purple has a deep meaning to me, and we're going to talk about what this logo means and why there's so many logos. Okay. The one thing you have to start thinking about, like I said in the beginning, is you now have a business. And sometimes people can run businesses by themselves. In fact, one of my clients has a trucking company and he runs it with his wife. Okay. But in this industry, you have the opportunity to grow your team and grow your business to an amount that sometimes we can't even imagine. We can't fathom when we are an individual and agent. So how it starts out here, guys, is you are working with, not for, you are working with an IMO called Family First Life. Okay, you're working with, not for. Because you're working with them, there's nothing that's going to stop you from becoming a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire. There's no ceilings. There's nothing stopping you from growing except for you. Okay. And how the growth process worked for Just Serve was just this. Family First Life was the IMO, or is the IMO. I was an independent agent, just like you. I saw the potential for serving more people. meaning other people like you guys, helping people. Funny story, before I became an agent with Family First Life, remember, I'm not saying for Family First Life, it's with Family First Life. From 2002 to 2014, yeah, I owned a home daycare. The name of the daycare was Helping Hands Home Learning Center. I learned in school back when I was young that you name your business based off of what you want people to think you do. So I could have said Helping Hands Daycare Center, but if I did, who knows what age that would have been? I could have been dealing with old people, right? It's a daycare, could have been an old person's daycare. So I named it Helping Hands because I want to help them, help, serve, home, because it's at home, learning center. Learning center, you're not typically teaching an old person, right? So when you think of that, the reason I'm saying that is because once I got into this business and I had to develop a logo, because at one point when you're doing $100,000 as a team per month, you are invited, and you never would turn it down, you're invited to have a logo. Okay. So my first logo was really just me as an agent, Family First Life. That's the agent, that's the logo I used. Okay. Or just the FFL right here. And, you know, social media and anything I posted, right? Then I became an I became LLC. Then I did a dub move. I thought it was smart at the time, but I didn't know. I made it so that I was partnered with my daughter, which I thought was going to be beneficial. But in the end, I actually had to move out of that and do an S Corp because I didn't know anything. So as of last year, I moved to an S Corp. So tax-wise, I was in a better position. Okay. So my first logo was M&H, Morgan and Heather, National Insurance Brokers. Now, I made some mistakes. The first mistake I made was I put a house there. It looks like I'm home insurance, right? Anybody would think that I was selling home insurance. So, it's all right. Here's the fun fact about this logo. My kids all designed it. So we had like a competition and they came up with things and then I put their pictures together and that's what it came up with. So that's the fun fact of that logo. So that was me prior to my team. That was me after I had my LLC because I had to come up with a name for my LLC. And then I was in partnership. I was not an agency owner at that time, meaning I was not VP. VP is when you get your logo for Family First Life. Okay. However, harder we worked, the more we worked, the more the team grew, and bam, we got to develop our first logo. Now, if any of you were around back then, there's meaning behind everything I do. Everything I do, there's meaning. Okay. Purple. And that's why there's purple in here actually. And the bird. If you notice, there's themes here. Okay. Purple's my favorite color. My daughter Morgan had a friend, one of my Girl Scouts, that back in they were 9 years old, so 2009. She was one of my Girl Scouts. She passed away from brain cancer. Purple was my favorite color. Purple was her favorite color. Purple will always be my color. I got purple everything. Everybody knows Heather's got purple. Purple, purple everywhere. Not right now. The hands represent helping hands, right? Because not only is it my daycare, it was also me helping. Like, I'm here to help you. The flag was not just there because America, but also my son's in the Army. My husband's a veteran. I serve veterans through my leads. And then there's mountains. The mountains represented my kids and their father who passed away because we loved hiking. And then there's the tornado, because life can give you tornadoes. We're here to help and serve. And then look, there's the bird. That's Pretty Bird, guys. It's my bird. She was my favorite pet in the whole wide world, and I lost her to this dog last year. So she's been part of my, he just thought she was a toy. I need to forgive him. Okay. But Pretty Bird has been in our lives for a long time. She was just a pigeon, but she was a beautiful, pretty bird. Anyways, then Family First Life said, okay, we can't have our name associated by law, like whatever. The lawyers above said we can't have our name associated with your agency, not just me, everybody. So anyone who was not an integrity partner already had to switch their logo. That's where we switched to Just Serve Insurance Solutions with the purple. There's two versions. One's like electrified and one's just the kind that you see everywhere. So different types of events. Now, why am I telling you this? Because my logo is cool. I'm really proud of it. No, just kidding. Yes, but no. I'm telling you this because this is your track. Where are you at? Where do you want to get to? And start thinking about your logo. What does it mean to you? What does doing what we're doing mean to you? What does it mean to your family? Draw it. I should have dug it out. I know I have it somewhere. I have the old version before they even approved it. I have the old version still here somewhere because I drew it. I drew it and I hung it up right here beside me because that's the vision of what you want to do. And it's right in front of you. So draw your logo. And if you don't want to have a logo or you think it's not beneficial to help more people, then what are you doing? What are you doing this for? If you're doing it for a few $1,000s a month, yes, that's what you're doing to start. You have the ability to do more. And what you choose to do with that is up to you. If you're taking in $2,000 a month personal at the 30%, if you're taking $6,000 a month personal at the 30%, or if you're salarying yourself because you can't keep doing percentages because then your business doesn't grow, what are you doing with that? What do you want to do with that? Start writing that down. Make a list. Make your homework be, I need a vision. I need a vision for where I want to go. If you have your vision, write it down. If you have your logo in your mind, draw it. Put it out there. Because once you do, I then want you to start thanking God for it. Thank you, God, for having me become VP within a year. Thank you, God, for having my team write $100,000 for me to get this logo. Thank you, God, for helping me say the right things to the agents, to the clients, to whoever, so that I can succeed and help other people. Thank you, God, for letting me help this person, this person, and this person. And you continuously do that, you're going to start seeing, you're going to get what you're visioning. It's going to come to you. You can't stop it. The only way you can stop it is if you stop doing it. It's crazy. You don't have to be special to get a logo. You visioned it, you saw it, you did it, you made it, they did it for you. You then had to rebrand. Now you're branded differently, but it does the same thing. It's still making you and putting you in a better financial position. So just envision it. Guys, that's all I have for today. Because that's all I need for today. Does anybody have, and take your time. It's okay. I won't shut it down because nobody has a question. Whether you're, if you don't want to unmute yourself or whatever. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for Barbara for putting a 1 in the chat. I'm glad that morning meetings have been valuable to you. If you have any questions about any of that, please don't feel embarrassed to ask. It's going to succeed you. Make you successful. Sorry, bad English.
I'm not
What
going to ask if it's
questions?
okay. I'm going to share something really quick, and that is
Yeah.
because you commented about the ones. All of us have to start our day, whatever that is. But the nice thing about Heather, you offering something so darn early in the morning, and I know that it varies for all of us based on our location, but it does give that accountability start. Like, it is a way to get things started. It's not to say I'm going to be anchored to my desk from, for me, it's 7:30 a.m. in the morning to necessarily 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night, but it allows me to get started, because that first step, like anything, can definitely be the most challenging for any one of us, including myself. I am an early riser, so that's helpful. I have a lot of energy, which is helpful, but let's be honest, like, having accountability for everything just makes me so grateful that you do that. And I was saying that to several people yesterday, so I want you to hear it because that's what's important. Thank you for offering that morning meeting.
I
I'm not
appreciate
exactly
that.
brand new. I'm not exactly brand new, but it makes me get things started. It's that stack.
I appreciate that. It is hard. It's hard for me at 6:30 in the morning too. But I back that up to you guys show up. So it's actually fairly easy now. And now we're situated in a schedule because now I have to make sure I get to the gym by 5 so I can be home by 6 so I can get on by 6:30. And that keeps us accountable for the gym most days. Either way, I'm here for you guys. And if you didn't show up, it would be harder for me to be there. That's for sure. So Alexis, you had said info. Camden, can you you can't put the graphic in there, but could you put the link, the time, and it's in the dial team. We're in new agent training number 1, and it is 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Now I could have made it 1 hour later, but I think Pacific has, I talked to an agent who's just getting started, and she lives in Nevada, and her job that she has right now has her working from 5 to 2 because she's in Pacific and they run off Eastern Time. If the people in the Pacific Coast would start, the ones that are successful start working at their actual 5 a.m., 5:30, they're steps ahead of the people in the East Coast. Because every time I go to the East Coast and people are like not working by 8:30, it drives me mad. I'm like, you people are missing out on beautiful time that you could be winning. Drives me crazy. I'm like, like, dude, by 8:30, my day's halfway done almost, right? Because and they're just getting started, and most of them haven't even made it to their computers yet. So all the people that they haven't called yet could be heading out the door to their doctor's appointments because that's what they have. But you haven't called them in the East Coast. You're missing out. Thank you, Camden. So thank you for that, Kathleen. And for sure, 100% thank you guys for showing up because it's very helpful. It's not even a thought process anymore of not doing it. It's just regular now. It's built into my schedule. All the events, all the meetings, everything, like Camden said, is in m-hlifeinsurance.com. Those should be on your calendars, and you definitely should not book appointments within 30 minutes of your meetings. Take that time. This is what I do. Take that time to, you guys know what I'm going to say. Who can say it?
Grab a snack,
Some-
see your family.
There
walk
you
the
go.
dog.
Grab a snacky, go see your family, walk the dog, go pee, whatever you got to do. Take 30 minutes and don't be doing one call closes before your meetings, because you're inevitably you're going to get stuck with a person who answers the freaking phone. And then you're going to miss the appointment of the meeting, and that meeting's going to have some critical information that you missed. Right? So get the meetings on your calendar, book your appointments, up 30 minutes prior to that, and take that 30 minutes for yourself. We have what, 4 or 5 meetings a week? 30 minutes times 4 is 1 hour. 1 hour to yourself. I think you guys can swing it. Right? I know you've got kids, grandkids, husbands, wives that could use your time in that 30 minutes, or yourself. Maybe you don't. So what else? Who else has questions or something to say?
I have a quick question, and you may have already said it regarding the logos and stuff, or maybe I'm just overthinking it, but at any point we're at in the game, can we just create a logo of our own and start putting ourselves out there? Or does FFL have different regulations about that? I mean, I could brand
I'm just
myself,
going to
right?
review. I'm going to
Yeah.
review. This was made when I became LLC.
When you just started, like when you weren't yet like, okay, got it.
Yep. This was made to brand myself.
Yeah.
This was made because I reached a milestone with Family First Life.
Yeah.
They actually helped me to develop this one.
Gotcha.
Once they told us we can't use Family First Life, we as a team, my team and I, developed this one.
Got it.
The purple one on the right. Good question though. So yes, start branding yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
And
Thank you.
100%.
And to piggyback on that and to further clarify, we're not to have FFL logos on our
No,
things.
no, you can't have FFL logos on your things. I mean, it's not like they're going to sue you,
Oh,
but
no. Oh, okay,
there
I
are a
did not
lot
know
of
that.
people, there's a
take
lot
it
of
all.
people in the business who do wrong things and give FFL the wrong name. And
Sure.
it'll be you'll see all over social media, people like bashing Family First Life. It's not Family First Life. It's the agents the independent agents, we're independent. FFL is our IMO. So you can put it on your business cards and stuff, but it can't be in your logo.
Okay, okay, that's where I have it. Okay,
You are
thank you.
associated
Yes.
with Family First. Like, yeah.
I put it on my signature
Good
line.
job,
I put it
Heather.
on my business cards, right? So it's okay
Yeah,
there, but not in
yeah,
the logo. Thank you for the
yeah.
clarification. Okay.
Because the
good.
logo is your agency.
Mhm.
Good questions. What else we got?
I'd love to hear some stuff from new people. I mean, I'm not super new, but and I know it's difficult. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, but it's always a relearning for me because it helps freshen my perspective on things not to forget that can easily get pushed out of the way for things that I'm focused on now. But also, so a reminder, but at the same time, also to be able to keep that heightened awareness that things do change over time too. So what maybe applied back then may be a little different now. So I'd love to hear from new people.
Courtney, if I'm correct, Whitney and Alexis, you're all on Joe's team, right? Shake your head yes or unmute.
Well,
Yeah.
Joe's no longer with us, so we're under Amanda and Trey.
Joe Catran?
Trey, Honeycutt.
So you're under, well, I know who Trey is, but you're not under Joe Catran?
I don't know who that is. We were under Joe Miller, and he's no longer with the company. So
Oh, I was totally lost. I thought you guys were with Joe Catran.
Yeah,
He
no,
asked me if he could have a few. Okay, no. I'm mixing things up. He asked me if he could have a few of his agents on my sales strategy call today. I thought he sent you all here.
I did too.
Okay.
I did too. I think he's just a facilitator.
Okay.
I did too,
Well, you
Heather.
guys are welcome to come here. And Heather, I missed Heather too. I'm sorry. You guys are welcome to come to the morning meetings. You're welcome. A Family First Life, we share everything. If it doesn't pertain to you, then it doesn't pertain to you, but you're welcome to come to anything for our team, 100%. If it can help somebody, that's what we want to do.
Hey, Heather, I'll just interject for a moment that I look forward to seeing everyone in Florida and West Palm because, if you really haven't had the experience of traveling with the team and meeting everyone firsthand, then you really haven't had the experience as of yet. So please partake, do what you can do, come on out, and I'll see you in West Palm. Thanks.
Thank you, Prez. Camden and I have been working on some really exciting things. And because you guys are here, I'm going to give you a foreshadowing of what's going to happen. Just for a little taste. So we actually had to do 2 Airbnbs again. And our initial Airbnb is beautiful, but I wanted better for our team because I'm more of an outside the box kind of gal. Now, normally when you go to these events, they'll do one night where typically they'll go to Topgolf, which is fun, but that's what everybody does. So Heather doesn't do everybody. So on Friday night, we have on Joe's team, actually, the other Joe, Joe Catran, his teammate, Nikki, I can't say her name, but it starts with a C, Casagni or blah, blah, blah. She's from New Orleans. She is offered to chef up some New Orleans food. Right? I see Prez's face. So she's going to chef up some food for us. We are going to, after Sean's event, Savage Sales, that night, we are going to have a Mardi Gras at the second Airbnb, the one that we're actually doing the event at. So those of you staying in the Airbnb, there's not going to be an event there. You guys are there. It's close by. But the event will be at the second Airbnb. And that one has, can I share it, Camden? Do you think I can? I'm gonna. Okay,
Do it,
guys,
do it, do it.
This is so cool. Hold on. I gotta make sure I gotta get out of my full screen.
Camden,
Okay.
such a straight face on this. Like, oh my
He's
gosh, I'm good
always got
for
a straight
table.
face. He's the most serious kid in the world. Okay.
Nah.
I love him to death. All right. But he's there with me. So guys, that's my secondhand man. All right. So this is our Airbnb. This is the one you guys are staying in. And it's beautiful. I'll show it to you real quick. And if you need a place to stay in Florida, please reach out to me. If you can't afford to get to Florida, please reach out to me. We're here to help. Okay, so that's the one we were originally going to do it in. Okay, now we're just staying there. This is the one we're hosting it in. It's got a tiki bar, guys. It's got a tiki bar and it's got a pool. So
You know
bring
I'm
your
gonna
bathing
want
suit.
that, use that pool, Heather.
That's right. Bring your bathing suit. So first night, Friday night, the night after Savage Sales boot camp, we will be doing Mardi Gras, Just Serve style, at the Airbnb. We will not be serving alcohol. And that doesn't mean you can't have alcohol. I'm just not bringing it. I'm not serving it. It does bad things to people, but that's just my opinion. What we will be serving is Virgin Hurricanes. So we're going to be serving Virgin Hurricanes that night. Okay. The next night next day is our boot camp. And with that being said, not boot camp, sorry, lock-in. Get my words mixed up. The lock-in will be pure on amazingness. Andrea just went to her first one. made a sale that day, didn't you? It's like your first sale, wasn't it?
My second
Second, okay.
was at the lock-in. Yep.
Yep. Just being next to people who are dialing, being, having that noise, because we're all used to being on Zoom, but sometimes the Zoom gets loud, just
Mm.
being there. But if you need a place to stay, please reach out to me. If you need a way to get there, please reach out to me. We're here as a team. I want you there. That night, Camden and I decided we're going to do what we did last year, which was a huge success. We're going to do poolside barbecue, probably hosted by Americo. So we did burgers, dogs, salads. There's a pool. It was just a nice time to enjoy yourself. Just get there, just, bathing suit on, don't care. Enjoy yourself and party up the barbecue. And then Sunday, I think in my notes, I've decided it's Sunday. Now, we could get up early and all that stuff, but I'm choosing to do brunch, I think at 9, right, Camden? I think brunch is at 9. If you want to go to a local church, just go. Don't worry about brunch. We'll see. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of food. And then by 11, I think we're doing lock-in, dial. And then we're done fairly early. We'll do a dinner out that night where we'll kind of get dressed up, and doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need a ball gown, but because, very rare you see me in a dress to begin with. In fact, I won't be in a dress. I don't like dresses. But it'll be a nice dinner out somewhere local. And we're still looking for sponsorship from the different carriers for that event. So
gonna
that'll be
ask.
the plan. Yeah. We're still looking for carriers. Worst case scenario, don't even worry about worst case scenario. That's what we're doing. You won't have to be responsible for any of the food, anything. You just have to get yourself there. If you get there on the 1st and you decide to go get, Chipotle, okay, that's a decision you made. But there will be snackies at the Airbnb. There will be the Ignite. There's going to be food there, I think. I can't remember what they do. But I would say you wouldn't have to spend no more than like $50 in food for the whole 6 days. Also, you guys that are there, please make sure you're sharing Ubers. And we also will have a vehicle, and Camden can drive now. So he doesn't know it because I just thought of this. But Camden, we could also transport people if we needed to. I know we don't have a van anymore. We went to an SUV instead, right?
Seater.
You have what?
We have an 8-seat SUV.
8-seat SUV. So we can transport people. So don't be spending extra money that you don't need to spend. In fact, save that money. Just get yourself to West Palm. That's all you have to do. I promise you won't starve. And if you are starving, just tell me. I'll DoorDash you something. So any questions about West Palm? Thank you, Prez, for bringing that up. Any thoughts? Any worries?
Like I said, we're new here. Are we welcome to come to this?
Whitney, where do you live?
I live in Indiana.
I don't know where that is, but no, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I see it on my map. Of course you're welcome to come to it. It's a company-wide event.
Okay. And you said that we're able to stay at the Airbnb provided?
You register for the Airbnb, reach out to me in Camden, and we will find a bed for you. I can't guarantee you're going to have a fancy queen size bed with a room this big with your own bathroom,
Okay.
but I promise you'll get some sleep.
Okay.
And it won't be in a vehicle because that would be
Okay.
rude.
Okay. I appreciate that, first off.
Do
Two,
you have my number and Camden's number?
I have your number. We were actually on a Zoom maybe 2 or
Okay.
3 weeks ago.
I do remember that. Camden, can you
Okay.
put your number in there and put the registration for Ignite in there?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on day 3 of dialing. We're still kind of fresh. I'm going off of my mom's old leads. They've kind of been either general life, mortgage protection. Obviously, with consistency, the results will come. I really haven't even had success with either keeping people on the phone or making those appointments. I know you don't have a lot of context, but would you have any tips on things that I could do better other than just consistently getting in front of people?
We have lots of tips. First and foremost, who wants to give Whitney a suggestion? Kathleen, Andrea's got her hand up. Go ahead.
I was
Start
gonna
at
say, get on
7:30
Zoom and
or-
unmute. Oh,
Bam! That was the number one. All 3 of us should have said it at the same time. Get on our
Yep.
Zooms every single day. Somebody put the link for our Zoom in there.
Is that the dial team room?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you
and
been
then
on
the new
there?
agent room
Yes.
too,
They
right?
can't come into a new agent room because they're not on
Oh,
our team.
okay.
It's not my fault, not my rule, but I understand it. But in the main room, the key is not just to get there, it's to unmute yourself.
Mhm.
Okay.
So basically, Zoom etiquette, number one, I will not help you without your camera on. I won't. It's just maybe I've told you this before. It's maybe I'm old, I don't know, but put your camera on. Secondly, unmute yourself if you need help. But if you're not getting to the point where you stay on the phone, unmute yourself before when you get hung up on so we can hear how you're sounding, why you're getting hung up on, and make suggestions to you as to what's happening. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So everybody there will help you I mean, we all said the same thing. We all said it at once. Right? Get on Zoom, unmute yourself, and that'll make your learning go faster.
Okay.
As far as leads go, Heather, you're her mom, right?
Alexis is.
Alexis. Okay, sorry. I gotta move you guys. Do. There. Okay. Yeah, because you both have blonde hair. You confuse me. If you guys need leads, just reach out to me. I have leads for you, but call through the ones that your mom gave you because they're not bad leads. They still probably need life insurance. You have to sound not like a telemarketer, right? Which you will at first, like I
Mhm.
told you. But we need you to have success. Everybody needs success. All right, guys. I appreciate. What other questions? Whitney, did you have a second part to that question?
Not necessarily just one. So it's going to be the event in Palm Beach, and then you said that there's also going to be a lock-in. Did I hear that right?
Yes. You should fly in on the 1st and you should leave on the 6th. That's going to be
Okay.
your best chance at experience the whole thing.
Okay.
And make sure to register. We won't know you're coming and we can't do anything. So
Okay.
message Camden. It's in the chat. Everybody's been putting everything there. Next up is the SRS call. If that's not on your calendar, put it on there now. The SRS call is at srsliftoff.com. It's in 5 minutes. Everybody should be there as well. Why would she have put me in an appointment with this person when I have a sales strategy Zoom? Anyway, I was just looking at my calendar, it's driving me crazy. So srsliftoff.com. The dial team is where you should go to dial and unmute yourself. Don't just be creepers and sit there listening. And then reach out to Camden and register for the events at my website, M-H Life Insurance. Reach out to Camden if you need financial help to get there, because we will get you there. Like, we will get you there. You just need to get there. Don't, have us buy a ticket and not show up. That kind of pisses me off, not gonna lie. You're like, Heather, somebody would do that? Yes, somebody has done that. I no longer will help them with anything. So just get yourself there. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys all. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you. I'll see you in 2 weeks on this call. And